All right, and welcome now to the Idiot Thing with the Haphazard News feature. And it's 96.0.1 on the FM band. And we'll be dissecting the budget debate that was done earlier. All right, and wow, this could be roots absolutely, are long in way according to some business persons. It is long overdue that over the years the Jamaican government is giving back to the business sector after years of taxation. Wow, what a way. And also idiot thing today, 5 leaks detected on the work site over the past couple of days. Two were reported yesterday up until news time. 3 leaks were still there along the ramp along Spanish Town Road and one just across from some parts there along Marcus Garvey Drive. But Owen Brown, we know going to studio point one. Owen Brown over there in Studio B.
Anything or say anything else. Blessed, happy, wonderful International Women's Day
Day.
to all the women who are, who are, you can't say nobody in our reach, within our range, who are listening, who are watching,
Or Rootsy.
who are here at Roots 96.1 FM. They are just rocking and locking, and I say blessed day to you all. Really well deserved day because the women have been really I can't say the backbone of a lot of things
Of the nation.
of the nation and nations. So definitely have to bless them up for their work. All right, I says so. It's a wonderful day. I want to thank everyone for logging in. So we're going to another Rootsy. Absolutely, the budget debate was presented yesterday, so it's really quite interesting to hear the developments and everything that has so far been said about the debate. The Ministry of Finance have also said, guess what? Because we are ensuring that our population, Jamaicans, know what's happening with the budget, they have provided a basic guide. So they're going to distribute this guide to persons. Persons, they're saying that they're not going to be using some of the language that persons would use in Parliament. So they're going to break down the language and ensure that persons who are going to be reading this manual will, or this guide, will see exactly what
Yes.
was said yesterday. And what was really good is that Jamaica is finally getting a tax break, right? And this is after this is after quite a long time where we have been getting increases in taxes. We have additional taxes. A lot of things were happening when it comes down to tax. So it's really good that this time around the government said, all right, guess what? We're not going to give you any new tax. We're not going to do anything like that. We're actually going to give you some level of tax relief. And that's really good news for the persons who are tuned in and who are watching and actually have heard what's happening. So the relief that were mentioned yesterday worth over $14 billion. Some persons may say, well, that kind of, is a lot. I don't know if that is good enough, but $14 billion were shaved off from the budget. So they're saying this amount or the savings or the tax relief that they are giving is worth $14 billion because one, the type of things that they're adjusting. So basically, because of the business tax exemption, they're taking off the business tax. They are hiring the threshold for businesses to pay their GCT, changing the way how persons do business. All of these changes, they are saying that it will actually shave off our cost to government, say $14 billion. Some economists would say, well, that's a lot because the government probably would need that $14 billion to do something. But we will see if if this shaving off of the $14 billion will stir any growth or will even, I'm sure it will definitely encourage more businesses, but we will see as a result of this if there will be more persons running and grabbing on to start their business. When I heard the announcement yesterday, I was like, guess what? I think I need to go ahead and start another business. I'm going to register the business fully, because we're seeing where persons are now able to get a relief. Well, starting April 1, a number of things will be happening. So, as I said before, one of the things that were announced yesterday is the abolishing of the business tax. Whether or not your business earn, they will be taking that off. And also raising of the threshold for businesses to pay GCT. We're going to be playing those inserts from the presentation yesterday. This is
Well, happy, happy.
This is Caribbean Report.
Had years and years of unproductive government borrowing that did not result in real improvements in government revenue. As a result, we sought to add tax on top of tax to pay for debt service. Mr. Speaker, since the year 2001, successive governments have levied a total of approximately $130 billion of net new taxes on the Jamaican people. For three consecutive years, Mr. Speaker, we have seen revenue overperform by an equivalent of 0.8% of GDP per year. In this 2018-19 financial year, we're able to use that overperformance to pay off long-standing government arrears. Arrears to SMEs, health fund arrears, and we have increased the payments of tax refunds outstanding to businesses. After almost 20 years of consistent tax increases and no new taxes last year, it is now time to give back. It is the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do, and we're going to continue with some of the measures that we're implementing.
We are increasing the allocation across our portfolio of major social protection programs from $16 billion in 2018-19 to $20 billion in 2019-20, an increase of approximately 25%. That, Mr. Speaker, is protection of the vulnerable in action. Reduce the cost of business for small and medium-sized enterprises. We want to support small business. We want to encourage young people to get into business. For this reason, Mr. Speaker, we will be moving the threshold for filing GCT from $3 million to $10 million effective April 1st. We are increasing the allocation across our portfolio of major social protection programs from $16 billion in 2018-19 to $20 billion in 2019-20, an increase of approximately 25%. That, Mr. Speaker, is protection of the vulnerable. We want to reduce the cost of business for small and medium-sized enterprises. We want to support small business. We want to encourage young people to get into business. For this reason, Mr. Speaker, we will be moving the threshold for filing GCT from $3 million to $10 million effective April 1st.
Yes, those were some of the announcements made yesterday regarding the giving back, the giving back, and it's really good. Also, another route absolutely for persons who are students, so persons who are have taken student loan, right? The interest rate have been falling to 2%, and they also have a new plan in place where if it is that you have graduated and you're working for a charity or a charitable organization, they are gonna give you back money based on you working for that charitable organization. So you graduated, you're working at this charitable organization, you're probably volunteering because volunteering, they're encouraging volunteerism. Because you are working at this charitable organization, they're going to give you back. I said they're going to give you back, I think, 10% each year you're working at this organization.
Wow.
So they're giving back for your ability to volunteer. So a lot of persons are now going to run to a charitable organization to volunteer because the thing is, you're going to lower the amount that you pay. So doing that also, the amount that you'd pay would be lessened. All right, so
Wow.
they will have what they call now a high level of compliance when it comes down to paying